He's injured. Will be 6 weeks more, 6 weeks, 7 weeks out.
Good afternoon, Pep. Thanks for joining us live on Sky Sports News. A few minutes ago, you announced a club record transfer of Aymeric Laporte. What qualities does he bring to your squad?
Well, good morning. He's a young player, so 23, 24 years old. He's left foot, central defender. Played since young age in the Liga, so in the bigger stages. He's strong in the air, is fast, good quality with the pass. So delighted and happy and grateful for what the club has done.
He was a player that almost came here 18 months ago. So why now? Why have you decided now is the time to bring him to Manchester City?
Well, in that time was not possible because he decided to remain in Bilbao. And we spoke with the club and we needed a central defender in summertime. But like we have still a lot of games to play, we decide to try to bring him right now. And like this in summertime, our transfer window will be easier because it will be already done.
There are still more than 24 hours to go. What are the chances of anyone else following Laporte through the door and joining you before the deadline?
But I don't know. I don't think so. But you know, in football, everything can happen. In terms of the people who stay, maybe he's going to leave. But 95, 99%, nothing is going to happen.
Pep, was the transfer done in time for him to be able to play tomorrow against West Brom?
Him?
Laporte, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if the papers will be ready. But arrived today, so maybe it's a little bit soon. We will see. We will see. We will see.
And in terms of the player, when you look at your defence now, do you see him going in straight away? Is he ready to make his mark? You mentioned him about being a young player. Is he ready to start straight away in the Premier League?
Yeah. Because he's fit. He's playing the last period, so yeah, I think it's ready to. Of course, has to adapt. Premier League is special in many senses, but I think he's intelligent and he will read what is the situation, but he has to live it individually. Even for the English players, the young players, when come in the Premier League, always is a little bit, tough. So we'll be patient because he doesn't come for 3 months. He comes for 4 or 5 years. So that is what it is.
Could you tell us how Leroy Sane is, please?
He's injured. Will be 6 weeks more, 6 weeks, 7 weeks out.
How do you feel about that, and how do you feel about the comments of the Cardiff manager on Sunday when he said that that's the English game and you just have to accept it?
Well, he has more experience than me by far about the English football, so he knows the English football better than me, and he says that. What can I say? Only I can say I was here 18 months, and I think the English football is not like this. My personal view, after just 18 months together with you, my feeling, the English football is not like this, it's more than that. But again, Neil has more experience than me. He's a guy who was all his career here in England, and that's why his opinion is his opinion. So, what can I say?
The signing of Laporte, does it mean there could be any outgoings before the window shuts? Possibly Tosin going out on loan?
Tosin? Maybe. We will see. Maybe. It's just in summertime we need Toes has to play. He played 2-3 games in the Carabao Cup and was really good, especially in Leicester away, controlling the strikers in the last minutes in Bardi and Mahrez and the other players. He was really good, but he hasn't the minutes maybe he needs, and he needs to play. We are looking for the best solution, but he's an amazing guy in the training sessions, in the locker room, so he at the end has to stay. We are pleased, but of course we are looking for the best solution because he needs minutes to play, and it's important for him to see if he's able really to play with us regularly.
Mike Mangala's another one who's been linked with the move. Is Is he still part of your plans here?
No, it's the same cases. So tomorrow is finished the transfer window. So Manga help us in that season. So I don't have doubts about the specific quality Mangala has. So defensively, he's a top player. When we decide to go to Laporte, because Laporte had something special with the ball, but we cannot forget how important was Mangala when he plays the minutes. He used him because Vincent has a problems in the injuries, who was 6 weeks off with John Stones, and Mangala helped us a lot. I remember the game against, for example, Tottenham at home against Hurricane, and the other players he played top. So it's no news, he's going to stay. Of course, going to help us because we have a lot of games to play. We played in the past, in the recent past, a lot of games, and we have still a lot of games to play.
Hola, bones, Pep. Et pregunto en català, t'hem preguntat en anglès abans. Com has convençut amb el Laporte perquè vinguis aquí ara que li has dit i una mica doncs, què busques en ell?
No, els clubs tenen interès en jugadors, però els jugadors també han de voler venir. Fa un any i mig va decidir quedar-se a Bilbao, ara ha volgut venir, convèncer-lo no. Sabem de les seves qualitats, és un jugador que ha jugat en grans camps com el Camp Nou Bernabéu, jugant a 40 metres avançats, jugador amb experiència, ràpid, té les qualitats que entenem que ens pot ajudar i que sobretot té una edat perfecta, és un jove que pot créixer i que pot fer una llarga carrera aquí.
How did you manage to convince Aymeric Laporte to join City now, and what are you looking on him to add to the team? Well, the clubs have interest in players, but the players also need to want to come to the team. He decided not to do it 18 months ago, but now he's here. We are very aware of his skills. He's been in big stages playing in Santiago Bernabéu, Camp Nou. He's an experienced central defender. He's fast, so he has the skills I think we need to help us. And also his age is in the perfect age, 23 years old, so hopefully he'll have a long career here at Manchester City.
Hola, Pep. Se han gastado en defensa 400 millones el City, más de 300 de que tú estás aquí. ¿Cómo respondes a las críticas cuando se te hace de todo este gasto por la defensa?
Que lo entiendo. Hay equipos que se gastan 300 millones o 400 en 2 jugadores, nosotros hemos gastado 300 en 6. Solo éramos un equipo que 6 jugadores, 7 acababan contrato, con gente de mayor de 30 años. Y teníamos que cambiar jugadores, teníamos que fichar jugadores porque nuestros 4 o 5 defensas se iban. Y si queremos competir o estar arriba en las competiciones, hemos de gastar. Y es lo mismo, es decir, algún día, pues probablemente si entendemos o el club lo entiende así, se gastará en un jugador pues 130 o 200 o no lo sé. Hasta ahora no ha sido así, el jugador más caro ha sido Laporte con 54 de pounds. Insisto, hay equipos que lo hacen toda esta cantidad de dinero en 2 o 3 jugadores, nosotros por circunstancias lo haremos. Lo que es seguro es que ahora en verano ficharemos a lo mejor 1 o a lo mejor 2 y el mercado se ha acabado. Para nosotros esto lo teníamos que hacer en verano y hemos intentado hacerlo ahora. ¿Por qué? Porque las necesidades del equipo eran esa parte del campo, porque Zabaleta, Sañá, Clichy, Kolarov, Vincent Kompany es un jugador que en los últimos 3 años ha jugado pocos minutos por lesiones, entonces no tenemos demasiados centrales. Entonces teníamos de cambiar y el mercado este año se ha inflacionado mucho, cada jugador cuesta mucho dinero y en los grandes equipos para competir e intentar ganar los títulos no hay secretos, tienes que tener buenos jugadores, los buenos jugadores son caros y es lo que hemos hecho. Ha dado la casualidad hacerlo en esta parte y lo hemos hecho. Porque no olvidemos, hemos fichado 6-7 jugadores y fichar 7 jugadores no es lo mismo que fichar 1 o 2. Son dinero y aceptamos las críticas. Lo importante es que jueguen bien, que salgan bien y en todos los que hemos fichado hasta ahora, sea Kai Walker, Danilo cuando ha jugado, Bernardo Silva cuando ha jugado. Mendy desafortunadamente no hemos podido porque se ha lesionado durante 6-7 meses, lo hemos perdido. Hemos tenido, pues entendemos que si rinden son jugadores al final que funcionan.
Muy corto, ¿has podido conversar con el profe Marcelo sobre Laporte, que fue el que lo hizo debutar?
No.
So you have spent over 400 million to strengthen your defense. how do you reply to all the criticism about this expense for outsider other people that can criticize this expense? Well, I would tell them that I understand some clubs, they spend 300, 400 million in 2 players. We spend 300 million in 6 players. We had that problem last summer, 6, 7 players out of contract, over 30 years old. So we needed to change players. So we decided to sign 4 or 5 different players. So at this stage, when you are at Manchester City and when you want to compete and stay at the high level, you need to spend. One day, I don't know, maybe this club will spend 130 or 200 million in a player, but so far we didn't have to do it. I insist, at the end it's up to a club. A club can decide to spend it in 2 players. Us, we did it in a different way, and we decided to do that in the winter transfer market, because in the summer maybe we sign 1 or 2 players, but now the needs of our team are like that, like sign Aymeric Laporte, and obviously we understand the inflation of the market. It is what it is. Now every player costs a lot, and the big teams like us, we need good players, and it's a coincidence that he has arrived in the winter transfer market, and again, we spend it in 6, 7 players, while other teams, they do it in 1 or 2. We accept criticism, but what matters, what is more important, is that our signings, they perform well and they work in this club.